Hello friends, this is a CentOS VM and I will show hard disk related commands, important commands in this video, and this video will be helpful for the new beginners and the developers who have who requires a little bit knowledge for the development purpose only. So this video is going to be very interested. So friends, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment. So let's start the video. First of all, using fdisk minus l command, fdisk minus l, this is the command through which we can check the number of hard disks and the partitions available in the server. You can see this is a hard disk having 20 GB and these are the partitions prepared from the 20 GB hard disk. Another hard disk, it is a SDA and it is having 2 GB and there is no partition available from the SDA drive. So let me say here, this is a virtual machine running on the VMware player. So that's why this format is NVMe. But in the real servers and in the servers in production, you can see the hard disk will be in the format of /DEV and SDA. And the primary partitions, primary disk will be SDA and the secondary disk will be SDB. That means all the disks started with SDA, SDB, and likewise. So NVMe0 partition and disk will be not available there. So please remember, SDA will be the primary disk and other disk you can add according to your requirement. So here this is the primary disk and this is the second disk, the additional disk I have added here having 2 GB to demonstrate you some commands. Okay, so using fdisk minus l command you can check the hard disk related information. So now this is a hard disk I have added having 2 GB space. So now I need to create partition from the hard disk. The command will be fdisk /dev SDA. Okay, using fdisk command we can create new partitions. So please enter here. Now enter m here. M for help. Help means you can see generic commands will be D for delete, N for add a new partition, P for print partition table, and likewise. So here now we'll use the P command to print the partition table. You can see no partition available here. So what we will do now, we'll create a new partition using the option N. Here it is asking for me P for primary or E for extended. So no worry, there is no partitions available. So you can choose the P because this is also the default option. We will select the P, enter the P, then partition number. Default is 1. That means there is no partition available before. So I will press enter here so that it will take the 1. Then first sector. That means this is the starting sector of the hard disk and this is the end sector of the hard disk. So what I will do, I will press enter here to take the first sector, that is 2048. Then I need to enter any required size from my side. But what I will do here, I will take entire size because this is a only 2 GB drive. So I will take entire size and that is the default location. I will simply enter here. So now you can see, do you want to remove the signature? Yes, because previously there's some confusion was there. So I need to press enter here. Now you can see, use the P to print. You can see SDA partition is created from the SDA drive. This is the SDA1. So please remember, whenever we will creating partitions from the SDA, SDB or any disk drive, then partitions will be in the format of SDA1, SDA2, SDB1, SDB2, likewise. So now we will save the configuration using the command W. Okay. Now again check the partition and hard disk information using the fdisk minus l command. Sorry, fdisk minus l. You can see previously there was only SDA. Now it is showing SDA1. So partition is created. Now we need to format the partition using command according to our requirement. What we will do? Let me say here, there are different type of partition format available in Linux. that is ext3, ext3, ext4, and xfs. This is the partition type available in the Linux that we can use, but the most common operating system partitions are available in XFS format and ext4 also. According to your requirement, we can use, but let me show you the command mkfs dot ext4. This is for the ext4 partition. Then drive partition name deb sda1. This is the partition name. So here we can use the ext4 for the ext4 partition or xfs for the xfs partition. So let me create the xfs partition. Sorry, sda1. You can see command is wrong there because I have written here, you can see dsa1, that's why error given. So now partition format changed with the mkfs format. Now check the this minus l command. You can see this is the Linux type M83 and the partition is formatted with the xfs format. So now we can check the partitions using df minus h command also. This is the command. You can see this is only show you the partition information, not hard disk information, only the partition information. So here you can see nb n1 p1 available, root available, that is that partitions are mounted with the root, boot, and /db, but sda1 is not available. So how we can use the sda1? So here what we have to do, first we have to create a directory mkdir, let's say bkb. I can now mount the bkb partition /db sda1 /bkb. What I did here, we have created a directory in bkb directory in slash, and we have mounted the sda1 with the bkb directory. Now you can check using the df-h command. You can see bkb is available with the 2 GB space, and the hard disk is the sda1. This is the partition. So now this is ready to use. Okay, and if you want to check the partition type, you have to use the command df-th. Here you can see which format this one. We have formatted in xfs partition, xfs type. Now you can see /db sda1 is the xfs format. So please remember, whenever we are using a xfs partition format in the lvm, we can extend the xfs partition, but we cannot reduce the xfs partition. This is the limitation of the xfs file format type. But what is lvm? If you want to know about the lvm, detail about the lvm, I have already uploaded a video in my playlist. So please go to that playlist, and I will also provide in the I button. So go to the playlist and check that video, how to extend a xfs partition using the lvm configuration. So the, as I told you, xfs having the only limitation that we cannot reduce the partition type, but we can extend using the lvm configuration. So what is lvm configuration? Lvm configuration means, so whenever we want to extend this partition type, that means if the partition size is 2 GB and our data exceeding the limit, at that time we can add another hard disk, and using that hard disk we can extend the partition space of the another disk. That is the LVM technology. But in XFS, that is a limitation, that we can extend, but we cannot reduce the partition size. So friends, in this video I have shown you how to check the disk and hard disk and partition information using the fdisk command, and how you can create a partition, and how you can mount a partition, and how you can check the Partition information using the df-h command. Also, we can check the partition format using df-capital th command. So let me tell you another thing. Here we have mounted this partition manually using the mount command, you can see here. But if you want to do it automatically, what you have to do, we have to add a entry in fs tab, that is the configuration file available in /etc. Now open that configuration file. Here you can add one line at the end of the configuration. Right here /gv/sda1, then give one tab. Now give the destination folder name, then partition type is xfs, then defaults. You can follow from here also. DFAQLTS defaults, then 0, the one space 0. Now save the configuration file. Now we have to check what we have entered in the fstab configuration file. If this fstab and configuration file will be wrong, then our server will not boot properly and our server will give the control tree error. If you want to know detail about the control tree error, I have already uploaded a video. You can check that also. Now we will check the fstab configuration using the mount-a command. You can see there is no error using the mount-a. That means the entry in a fstab is perfect and fine. So now what we will do, we will unmount the partition using unmount command. Umount umount/db sda1. We will unmount that. Now check the df-h. You can see previously it was there, now it is not available. Now use the mount-a command to verify the configuration. Again you can use the df-h command. Here you can see partition is automatically added and mounted with the /bkb directory. UUID means unique identifier number, and this number is uniquely identify a partition. So in this video we will learn how to check the UUID number and how you can mount a partition using the UUID and what is the advantages of this method. So let's start this video. Before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment so that I will be motivated to create this type of interesting videos and this will be helpful for you. So let's start the video. So command to check the UUID of the partitions, we have to use the command lsblk. You can see, sorry, this is using lsblk we can check all the partitions and hard disk present in this server. You can see this is sda and this is the partition sda1 and there are also the some other partitions available here. So to check the UUID number, we have to use the command lsblk -f. You can see all UUID number showing here. So let's understand what is UUID. Let's say this is a town A and this is a town B. So whenever we give some name and whenever we join these two towns or cities with a NH, at that time we have given two names. One is like NH123 and another is AB street mark or any name. So this is why we give two names, because the street name or the NH name with the name of the towns will be easy to us to communicate. But whenever we are using the names in documentation or anything, we have to use the number NH123 or that is like, because this name may be changed, name A or B, then that name may be changed according to our requirement or according to our convenience. But the NH123, there is no concern to change this number. So in documentation we will be use the NH123, and for the communication or to speak with each other, we can use the name AB mark or street or anything. So that is the advantages. So we don't have to change in documentation whenever we are changing the town names or the city names. So that's why we created some name which is a constant in any circumstances or any requirements, but the name may be changed. Likewise, Whenever we creating a partition, at that time after creating a partition, the UUID ID will be available to that partition, or that UUID will be allocated to a partition, and each UUID different for the any other partitions. No one's UUID is same with any other partition. So using UUID we can mount a partition permanently, and that will work because uh, UUID is the unique identifier number for a specific partition. Okay. So now if you want to know how to create a partition and how to check the hard disk related information, you can go to my playlist, and I will also give the video link in this I button, so that go to that video and check how to check the partition, and how to create a partition, and how to mount a partition using the name. You can check that video, so that it will be helpful to understand this video also. So let's move now. Using the UUID, how we will mount a partition? First of all, we have to create a destination directory to which we have to mount the SDA partition. Here you can see SDA and SDA1. SDA is the hard disk and SDA1 is the partition. Now we will mount the SDA1 partition using the UUID in this server. So first we have created the destination server, because you know that the mount command will work using the command then source then destination. Okay, so source is the this is the source SDA or UUID. This is the source, and destination directory we have to create on which we will mount the UUID number. So now create the destination using mkdir command. I have created a bkb directory in slash. Now we will mount the bkb SDA partition using the UUID over bkb. So for that we have to open the fstab configuration using vi. Now make an entry here. First we have to paste the write the UID number, then the destination directory, that is BKB, and the partition is in XFS format, XFS, then defaults, then 0 and 0. So now save the configuration file and check if my entry is working properly or not using the mount-a command. You can see BKB special device does not exist. That means let's check the partition format. Partition format is in file type, file system type is in XFS. So now again check the fstab entry. Sorry, here here we have to write the UUID is equal to, so that then only it will work. So add the UUID equal to. Now save the configuration. Now check. You can see mount fstab entry is now correct. So check the partition mounted or not using the df-h command. You can see BKP is mounted on the SDA1. So this is the way using the UUID we can mount a partition permanently in FSTab entry. So if our FSTab entry is wrong and we forget to check with the mount-a command and we rebooted the server will not boot properly. So please remember, after giving any entry or making any entry in FSTab configuration file, use the mount-a command to check that entry. So if you will not check and if you will reboot the server will not boot properly, and it will give the control D error. how to assign this label to a partition, and using that label we can mount a partition. So this is a CentOS VM, and to check the available disk and partition details, we have to use the command fdisk-l. Now you can see here HDA hard disk is available, and from that hard disk I have created a partition HDA1. So now what we will do, we will assign this label to the HDA1 partition. So friends, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to like, share and comment. If you want to know how to create a partition in Linux, please go to my playlist and watch there. I have already uploaded a video. So now check the disk label details using the lsblk-f command. Here you can see HDA partition having 64 file system type, and there is no label assigned. So now we will assign this label to the HD1 partition using the command e2 label. E2 label, then this name HD1, then label name. Let's label name will be BKP. Now I can check the disk label details using lsblk command. You can see BKP label assigned to the HD1 partition. So now we will make an entry in FS tab to make a mount point permanent. So open the FS tab configuration using VI, make an entry here, LA, all should be in caps, LA BEL equal to BKP. Now then destination, that is BKP. I have already created a directory in BKP in slash. Now partition type ext4, then dfault defaults, then 0 space 0. Now save the configuration. Okay. Now check the fstab configuration using the command mount hyphen a. Before running the mount hyphen k, use the command df hyphen h to see the all mount points. You can see this BKB already mounted. So please unmount the partition, unmount the mount point. Now click again. You can see slash BKB is not available. Now use the command mount hyphen a. So this will verify the FSTab configuration, and you can see there is no error. That means FSTab entry is perfectly fine and correct. So now check the def-h command. You can see slash BKB is available. That means our FSTab entry is working perfectly. That means using the disk label name, we can able to mount a partition SDA1 using over slash BKB. So now unmount again. Try to mount manually using mount command. Again def-h. You can see again it is mounted. That means using this label we can able to mount a partition over slash BKB. So friends, this is the way we can assign a disk label, and using the disk label we can mount a partition. So first we have to identify on which device ISO image is attached. So command is blk id. Here you can see slash dbsr is 0 is the device on which RHL9 ISO image is attached. Now create the destination directory using mkdir command. Slash dvd is the directory I have created in slash. Now mount the ISO image using mount command, mount hyphen o, then loop, then source device, then destination directory. You can see DVD is mounted. So using df-h command, we can check the mount point. You can see slash DVD is mounted. Now check the contents of the slash DVD. You can see all the data of the ISO image is available here. So Using mount command, we can attach a ISO image in Linux operating system, or we can mount a ISO image in Linux. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to like, share and comment. Thank you.